Hello people, welcome back. This question is from GATE 2012 exam and is for 2 marks. The topic is AIMD algorithm of TCP. Now this is one of those questions where students get confused very easily. I don't know what is so confusing about this easy question. So let's do one thing. I'll just read the statement, then I'll explain it. And I am pretty sure you'll have no confusion after watching this video. Let's start. Question says, consider an instance of TCP's additive increase multiplicative decrease, that is AIMD algorithm, where the window size at start of slow start phase is 2 MSS and the threshold at start of first transmission is 8 MSS. Assume that a timeout occurs during 5th transmission. Find the congestion window size at the end of 10th transmission. Okay, so they are saying that in beginning of slow start phase, congestion window size is 2. Read this. Window size at start of slow start phase is 2 MSS. That means you are going to begin with 2 MSS. All the numbers that I am writing here will be in MSS only. Slow start phase says that keep on doubling the size of window after every RTT until you reach threshold. Threshold is 8. That means until you reach 8 MSS, just keep on doubling this value. So 2, 4, 8. Now we have reached the threshold. That means slow start phase is going to end here and congestion avoidance phase will begin. In congestion avoidance phase, we increment linearly. Okay. So 8 plus 1. Instead of doubling, just do plus 1. It will be 9. Then plus 1, it will be 10. Then plus 1, 11. Then 12. So on. This could have happened if no timeout occurs. But in question, they are saying timeout occurs in 5th transmission. So somewhere timeout has occurred. Let us see where timeout has occurred. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So timeout occurred during this transmission. Okay. See, some of the students get confused with RTTs. They think that timeout has occurred here. See, initially the value is 2. After 1 RTT, value becomes 4. After 2 RTTs, value becomes 8. After 3 RTTs, the value becomes 9. Then this happens after 4 RTTs and this happens after 5 RTTs. They think that after 5 RTTs means here, the timeout occurs here. But question clearly says timeout occurs in 5th transmission. The word is transmission. It is not RTT. Okay, so just be careful. Now have a look. Timeout has occurred. That means congestion is severe. Okay. In severe congestion, you are going to start from slow start phase once again. Okay. So at this point, timeout has occurred and you are going to begin from slow start phase. Slow start phase begins from 1 MSS generally. But question clearly says window size at start of slow start phase is 2 MSS. Don't doubt whatever is given in the question. Just assume those statements to be true. So assume it to be true. Please don't say that window size will be 1. Okay, students make such mistakes. It could not be mentioned more clearly. Okay, so the window size will be 2. And yeah, one more confusion that students get. They say that at this time, the timeout has occurred. So next time the value will be 11 and after 11, we are going to start slow start once again. Okay, so some students think 11 then 2. This has to be written. No, this is complete nonsense. Suppose this is the 5th transmission. Before this, all of this stuff is done. Okay. Now, suppose the data is lost or maybe the acknowledgement is lost. You didn't get any confirmation throughout this entire time. Okay, this is timeout timer. Okay, after this point of time, you will automatically assume that this data was lost or corrupted or something went wrong. Okay, this is timeout timer. After this point of time, you are going to say that timeout has occurred. Till this point, no acknowledgement have been received. Okay, now because you haven't received acknowledgement, how can you write 11 here? How can you increase the window size? You will take some action because there is congestion. Packets have been lost due to congestion. the action is go into slow start phase. Slow start phase begins from 2, that is very clearly mentioned. Now, what will be the value of threshold? Every time when timeout occurs, we are going to calculate new threshold. This time threshold will be the current window size, which is 10, divided by 2. Okay, always take the current window size and just half it. So half of 10 is 5. Okay, so current threshold or new threshold is 5. Slow start says keep on doubling the size until you reach the threshold. Now this is the new threshold. So just double it 4, just double it 8. Now 8 goes beyond this threshold. That means you are not going to take window size as 8. You are just going to take window size as threshold. So this is the window size. Now see, till here it was slow start phase. Here also it was slow start phase. After slow start, we entered the congestion avoidance phase, but timeout occurred, hence we had to start again with slow start phase. But now slow start has ended. Once again you can enter congestion avoidance. So increment it linearly, that will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. Okay. Now have a look. They are saying find the WC, that is congestion window, at the end of 10th transmission. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. This is the 10th transmission. Okay. Please, I am just emphasizing once again, the word is transmission. They are not asking about RTT. If you want the 10th RTT, after 10th RTT, the value is going to be 8. Please don't take 8. Okay. See, after 1 RTT, value is 4. Similarly, after 10th RTT, value will be 8. But they are not asking about RTT. It is about transmission. So this is the 10th transmission. Answer is 7. Okay. So I'm writing the answer here. WC will have value 7 at the end of 10th transmission. One more point that I need to highlight is, what do they mean by saying end of 10th transmission? It means this point. Okay, don't say that at end of 10th transmission value will automatically become 8. No, we are going to increment linearly only after the point that you have received some acknowledgement. See, you started transmission here. Suppose this is the 10th transmission. You started transmission here. At this point, entire data was put onto the channel and sender is now free. You can think that transmission ended. But is it successful or not? We don't know. We have to wait for this much time at least to just verify that it was successful or not. If you receive acknowledgement, the transmission was successful and you can just increment by 1. But they are saying at end of 10th transmission, at this point only. At this point, you cannot change the window by assuming anything. Okay. See, if you want to increase the size, you need acknowledgements, right? And there is no chance that you immediately get acknowledgement. Acknowledgement will take at least 1 RTT. Okay. So answer is 7. Yeah, one more point that needs to be highlighted is AIMD. AIMD means additive increase, multiplicative decrease. This is the name of this algorithm. See, here in congestion avoidance, we are increasing linearly 9, 10, 11, so on. Okay. See, here also it is congestion avoidance. So this one is additive increase 6, 7, 8. That means linear increase. And multiplicative decrease means whenever timeout occurs, we are just going to go to the initial value. So timeout occurred here. Instead of reducing by 1, we reduced the window size to initial value. So this is multiplicative decrease. Okay.